Brad Stevens has done it again, as Jaden Springer is a steal for this Celtics squad. We saw him get his first real-time minutes with this team, and like Xavier Tillman, he is excellent on that defensive side of the ball, bringing fantastic energy and versatility to this squad. We're going to be breaking down how impactful he could be for this team. Plus, Derrick White had his first career triple-double tonight, and we need to talk about that. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. Without further ado, we're going to get into the topics. But if you want us to make sure you stay up to date in the Celtics Digest community, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Twitter at Celtics Digest YT, and check out our Discord where you can interact with other Celtics fans. Both of those will be linked in the description. But without further ado, like I mentioned, make sure to grab a snack. This is going to be a jam-packed episode as we dive in looking at how Jaden Springer has showcased some insane potential tonight with this Boston Celtics team, looking like a fantastic defender, and as many people have speculated from the draft recap and how he was analyzed at that point, could be our Marcus Smart replacement. He was absolutely on fire tonight. And Jaden Springer, like we mentioned, is a guy who, in the intro, hasn't really gotten a lot of playing time with the Celtics squad. We've seen him get, a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, 2 minutes, maybe a minute, 45 seconds. It has been not that great for him. He's hit some shots, has gotten some points for the Celtics already, shown some energy here and there, but we haven't really seen him, give us his all, really showcased what he could really work with. And he did that tonight for this Celtics squad. We want to look at, the box score and stuff like that for this Celtics team. We can see that Springer played 22 minutes tonight. Offensively, 2 for 5 from the field. Did shoot some threes. He needs to get that arc a little bit better up there. 0 for 2 from 3, but 4 offensive rebounds for a total of 4. 4 assists with 2 total blocks and a plus 10. Finishing with 6 points. And the Celtics were making sure that he got his buckets as well. There was one really nice play that Jaden Springer had early on in the first half where he got his first basket, or first points actually, where he drove to the rack on 2 guys and got fouled. Tough finish. Did miss the finish, but he got the free throws, shows you that excitement, shows you that energy. He's a guard, let's not mention, and he's fighting for offensive rebounds like Oshae Brissett is. Locked on the defensive side of the floor, diving for loose balls, wanting to react like that. And those are things that, like I mentioned, Marcus Smart little qualities that we've seen kind of blossoming in him, and it's really, really great. He also, like I mentioned, finished with 6 points, and the Celtics were making sure he got shots. There was one play where the Celtics got a fantastic steal where they played 2 behind-the-back passes from Jaylen Brown to Payton Pritchard to let Springer score, and it was amazing. We just love to see these types of plays, especially a guy like Jaden Springer, who, like I mentioned, hasn't really gotten that much run with the Celtics squad. From us, the Celtics team, this tonight, we had some big-time performances from the bench as well. Luke Kornet, 4 points, total of 10 rebounds with 6 offensive rebounds. Payton Pritchard, starting lineup tonight for Jrue Holiday, 23 points with 7 assists. A very quiet 23 points with 5 for 9 from the free throw. And like I mentioned, the bench came out. Tillman played some great defense, even though he finished with 2 points, had a block. We saw Brissett play with some great energy, had 4 total rebounds, and hit a 3 with the Celtics. Even Svi got a lot of shots, but hit some threes. And Jordan Walsh, a guy who the Celtics fans love and praise, 2 total rebounds and 2 total points on a fantastic finish. But Springer as well played great, not just getting 6 points and getting 4 offensive rebounds, but helped out effectively on the defensive side. We saw so many fantastic plays. I remember this one play where Springer made a layup, made a basket on the offensive side, and then it got stripped. He chased down, ran all the way down, and got a swat. He also helped out on some defensive plays with Derrick White and Xavier Tillman being able to get that block. And those are just, fantastic qualities you want to see out of, a guy who's at the lower end of the bench. Having no Jrue Holiday, having no Jayson Tatum, with having no Al Horford because of the back-to-back, you want to see these guys play out and improve. And like we mentioned, it was the Detroit Pistons. It was not, the best opponent that, he could have went out there and looked up against. But again, if he can excel versus the bad teams in his low minutes, that shows you he's willing to work, willing to give that effort. And if we can see him progress throughout the season, again, another steal that the Celtics have. Once we get into the regular season later on, when the guys rest, once the Celtics, clinch that first seed, truly think we'll get to see some more and more time from Springer. I think this was, his little breakout game to see with the Celtics having 5 games this week. We've already played 2 in 7 days. It's going to be a hectic one, and we might get to see him get more action. But another Celtic that absolutely balled out tonight and played fantastic was our guy, Derrick White, as he was fantastic as a guy. Oh my God, first career triple-double for Derrick White. Let's effing go. I don't want to swear here, but he was a baller. 22 points, the hot hand on offense, 5 for 10 from 3 in the first half. As you can see, he only took 2 more threes and shot 50% from it in the second, but he wanted that triple-double. 10 total rebounds, 10 defensive, 10 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Just absolute dominant performance from Derrick White. Again, player of the game for the Boston Celtics. Truly the guy who's been, really, really tapped in for this Celtics squad on both sides of the floor. One of the most consistent Boston Celtics that we've seen this season, and a guy that's really, really impressed not just me, but a bunch of people across the NBA. People are calling him to be an all-star, which I truly thought he deserved. He was a guy that had that quality. If you want to look on offensive and defensive side of the ball, he definitely deserved it. Now, obviously, the all-star game favors offense. They want, those high flashy players. So Derrick White, third, fourth option on the Celtics, he's not going to get the nod. But his stats clearly proved that he deserved it. And tonight, again, he came out on fire for the Celtics. Celtics were on fire from 3 as a whole, as a team, as we can see, shot 44% from the 3 compared to the Pistons 31%, and they were just, absolutely dominant from that perspective, as it was raining threes in Boston. But oh my God, Derrick White being able to get those assists, get those rebounds, you could tell he wanted it so badly, and the Celtics fans too, especially, embraced it. We saw Derrick White, celebrating. If you want to look on Twitter, he's got those fantastic clips of him celebrating. Luke Kornet's running around, woo, yeah, go Derrick! This is the culture that you want around a championship team. This is the team that's ready to buy into their roles. They have so many people uniquely gifted, with Derrick White being a fantastic two-way player, Jrue Holiday being the same, sacrificing on offense, Al Horford sacrificing on offense, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown being fantastic two-way wings, Kristaps Porzingis bringing that versatility of a shot blocker, but also being a three-point specialist, but also being able to be nasty at points in the paint, having great role players. I know we didn't have Sam Hauser tonight, but he's a perfect 3-and-D wing. Pritchard calmly tonight had 23 and 7 shooting, basically lights out in the starting lineup for the Celtics. It was just a fantastic performance from everywhere around. I'm very locked into this squad. I think that this is our best chance of winning a title. This is the best team that we have seen, and Brad Stevens has done a fantastic job of building this squad with a bunch of quality guys who are definitely deserving. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about the Celtics team. We did a watch-along live stream, so if you guys are interested in that, if you guys are interested in watching the games with us, make sure to join us on the next watch-along. We break down this Milwaukee Bucks game. It will be a big one on Wednesday night. We'll be doing that. We'll have post-game live streams here, and then we're going to do some, post-game radio calls, stuff like that. So if that's something that interests you, a live stream with some radio calls where you can give your Celtics opinions, make sure to join the Discord, as that's the place where we'll be doing the calls. Finally, before we close out the video, we're starting something new. This is something that interests you. You might want to make sure you stay to the end of the video here, because we're starting something new with the comment of the day here. We're going to be looking back, trying to find a fantastic comment that really, really speaks out to us and proves us who is a true diehard Celtics fan. And we got one today from one of our, most famous viewers here, and one of our most passionate viewers in the Rob version. Always checking out our Celtics content, saying on the video, talking about Joe Mazzulla getting some disrespect for getting the block, saying that Chuck's comments are hilarious. Joe would make him tap before he even has the chance to knock him out. Clearly hasn't been following Mazzulla's MMA stuff. There aren't a lot of NBA players that take over Mazzulla in a fight outside of someone like James Johnson or someone absurdly strong like Steven Adams. Joe would beat up more than half the NBA players. Joe trains to be a fighter. Most of these players don't. And I totally agree with Rob here. Like I mentioned, thank you so much for that comment. If you guys want to be sure to be featured in the comment at the end of the day, make sure to drop down a comment below on something interesting that you saw from the game tonight, or something that appeals to you from the Boston Celtics. Like I said, I totally agree with Rob here. Joe Mazzulla is a nasty MMA fighter. We already saw those from the glimpses of Kristaps Porzingis Instagram story. And he is, a tough, well-known coach. He definitely deserved to, give that little bit of shocking test to Royce O'Neal, in my honest opinion, and kind of scare him away. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode here, where we broke down how Jaden Springer is a steal, and Brad Stevens has done it once again with another fantastic piece from the trade deadline, and Derrick White absolutely blossoming with this Celtics team, getting so much love, putting up his first career triple-double. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Celtics Digest here. I'm Bruce Veliz, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.